Hello, guys. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, thank you very much for being here, first of all. And then please do me a favor, do like and subscribe and share. I really appreciate the support. That being said, this is my weekly Sunday analysis. I really hope you guys had a fantastic trading week last week. I, for one, didn't trade as much. I was quite caught up with my other business. I don't know if you guys know this, but outside of me trading and teaching Forex, I usually run a copywriting agency. So I'm a writer, I'm a copywriter by profession, actually, and Forex is like my second gig. So this week I got caught up in all that and just hardly really traded much. However, my eyes were peeled on the charts. So I didn't miss anything, really, to be honest with you. I didn't really miss much. And we can see that on the weekly time frame, we did close very bearish. But I must say that we started the week, last week, we started bullish, as I had anticipated in my previous Sunday analysis last week. And when you look at the daily, we can actually see for the first Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we were pretty bullish. And then Thursday and Friday, we just, boom, dropped. And this basically happened because we had some news out that basically affected everything. So yeah, so the indices, I believe, across the board, let me just look at, all closed bearish. So I'm just opening US 30. And you can see US 30's drop was even more aggressive. So let me first start with NAS 100. Technically, what we've done with NAS is we've gotten back to a level of an interesting level of structure, which is basically this order block here. And we filled an imbalance. So this is actually anticipated. After this push up at the beginning of the week, we took out liquidity above here and then we just dropped. So in case you were just thinking that we were just going to continue pushing up and maybe try and clear imbalances here, we can see that this Wednesday candle, just the way it closed, gave us a hint that possibly there was going to end up being a change in direction, right? So right now, I feel like we are at a demand zone. There's potential to react off of this demand zone. We really did drop quite some. Like, if I look at it, I think we possibly did maybe 800 pips thereabouts or something. Yeah, we did about 859 pips in like the last 2 days of trading, Thursday and Friday. That's quite something. And what we are seeing is there's still some imbalance on the 4-hour. There's liquidity and imbalance. So I am suspecting that we will possibly continue to drop, maybe open bearish for about 129 to like maybe 173 points. And then from there, I think we'll then begin to see, so possibly once we tap into that in the course of the week, if not tomorrow, Monday, that's GMT plus 3 time. I believe possibly either the New York session, we may see price begin to push up again to just rebalance the market. Because this drop down pretty aggressive, we've taken out structure, okay? So potential to just continue dropping is pretty high. But once we get around the, let's say 131.44.67 or 131.4 0.2 maybe okay, this is really distracting. So either like I said, 140, 4.67 or 132 100, okay, or 131.90 thereabouts. So basically anywhere from 100 to 170, 80 points. Okay, then we'll probably see a retracement back to the 136.54, and then we'll continue. But this is really giving us, I mean, on the lower time frame, on the 4 hour, like I said, it's looking very bearish. And so is the daily. There's liquidity lying down here. So I won't be surprised if we actually just take all that out at some point, right? So pretty much, I'm hoping that we just knock that out of the park, like literally. That's about, so from anywhere from 180 to 380, 370, 80 points, okay? But just know that we're in a reactionary zone. So before we get maybe to this liquidity, we may reject off of it, try and attempt to take out imbalances above and then continue. But we are technically looking bearish, okay, on market open. So I suppose the other indices may look the same. Like I said, we can see just how aggressive this drop was. Okay, we can see just how aggressive this drop was on the weekly for US30 as well. Again, also approaching a demand zone, so possibly this will be a reactionary level as well. So I'm also bearish on US30, possibly anticipating a 300-point move. Let me look at the lower time frame. Yeah, we can see we've really taken out significant level of structure. There's still some imbalance downside, so we may maybe tap into that imbalance and possibly the daily order block, and then reverse and then retest and continue. So by virtue of how this has opened, it's going to be very interesting how we do open, but I think we should open bearish as well. So that being said, let me look at okay, maybe I can look at US 500, SPX, S&P 500. Yeah, so as well, a demand zone, we did break structure up here. So we will continue on this bullish move, but just the way this price has dropped is making me feel like, you know, that we could go all the way to 4137.8. We may reject off of let me go on the 4 hour, off of the 41.85, bounce back up, and then maybe continue later on to the downside. So yeah, so if you're noting it down, just, you know, 41.85 is a nice level of rejection. But again, I'll wait and see how we haven't quite taken out the swing low of 15th of March last month. So, you know, we may dally there for a bit, but I'll wait and see. But the structure right now is looking bearish, but I'm going to be anticipating a reversal. So hence why I feel like we are at a demand zone or approaching one. We have a bit of an imbalance to clear downside. Once we do that, I think we're going to reject off of that area. Now let's look at gold. Gold. So gold on the weekly, I'm going to start there. On the weekly time frame, gold has been bullish. Relatively, we kind of consolidated at the start of the week. We then pushed up, took out liquidity. Sorry, this is the weekly. Sorry, this is the weekly time frame. So last week we were bearish, but the previous 2 weeks we were bullish. So we did take out liquidity, and then we began to break down. And there's still liquidity lying downside. So I will not be surprised if I see gold as well, just, you know, continue moving downside. At least we can expect gold, at the very least, to just, you know, maybe move about 150 to maybe 200 pips thereabouts to the downside, because I feel like there's liquidity lying below here. So yeah, kind of looking slightly bearish. Bit of rejection, you know, might reject a bit to the upside and then continue down, but Let me see the 4-hour. Okay, so we did see on the 4-hour a bit of a rejection here. So it's actually, there's a possibility that we may see price move up, possibly. So on the higher time frame, we're still looking bearish. We have liquidity lying around 1920.610, okay, and below at 1914.87. But there's potential to just reject off of that zone just a bit and then maybe continue. So we may open bullish on gold, but I'll still be expecting liquidity downside at 1927, 1919, 1915, 14 to be taken out at some point. Okay. Let's look at a currency pair now. So GBP USD. Wow. So evidently USD pairs suffered last week. We can see a really aggressive drop. I think GU is going to continue dropping and it will try and take out this level 1.26880, which is about 144. Yeah, we did take out an area of liquidity. So two things may happen. We may aggressively tap into that zone, okay, that I've already highlighted there, about like I said, 140, 150 pips, or we may first open bullish before we start seeing price gunning for the liquidity level, okay? But generally structure long-term, near-term is bearish on the weekly, same on the daily, same on, yeah. So we are definitely bearish, but just, you know, by virtue of the fact of the way we closed, we may see some, either we'll consolidate for a bit, then maybe try and push up, take out imbalances and continue to the downside. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Okay. So that's GBP USD, GBP JPY, you know, GBP pairs may be all looking the same. Yeah, so we may see that push up. We do have opportunity to just race down and quickly take out this level here, 75 pips away, bounce off of that zone, push up, take out liquidity, and then continue because the structure is still looking bearish. But we may see maybe some sideways move before that happens and then a drop. But I'm long-term bearish, short-term maybe mini push back up to 165.305 and then we continue down. Yeah, but this level here, 75 pips away, 164 is actually valid, 164.077. So guys, I think okay, maybe I can look at Euro USD. I don't want to do this for too long. So Euro USD is looking interesting. We did take out liquidity. We may, you know, maybe start pushing up. I think, okay, that's on the 4-hour. Let's look at the weekly. There's potential to like, oh, there's liquidity downside, guys. I'm not sure whether we'll drop immediately. Okay, on Euro USD, but there's definitely loads of liquidity lying below here. So we are not too far off. That's possibly the long target. 159 pips away, 156, that's at 1.06341. But just based on how we closed, we take out liquidity here, you know, and we may try and, you know, push up again. But we are looking bearish, liquidity line downside, but I won't be surprised if I start seeing a bullish formation this week. Okay, guys, on Euro USD. The question will just be like, will it happen as soon as market opens or later in the week. So I'll just keep an eye on it. I don't trade Euro USD much, but that's what I'm seeing right now. So I think that's it for today, guys. I want to keep this short and sweet. If there's any pair you want me to look at, I will definitely possibly drop a chat during the week in the community tab. And I will also look at Bitcoin in a short video coming up. So look out for that as well. Because I remember somebody commented in my video last week if I could look at Bitcoin this past week, but I didn't get time to do so. Like I said, I had really a hectic schedule, but I will do that shortly in an upcoming video. So thank you as always for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share, and see you soon. Bye-bye.